AislingRose. How you all doing? I hope that you're doing amazing. It's been quite a long time since I've seen your beautiful faces over the camera, and I am so sorry. I kind of just MIA'd without any warning or sign, and I'm so sorry about that. I have a lot of explaining to do, as well as I have a video that I recorded about a year ago. It was recorded on December 25th. Today's the 13th of December. And I made that video purposely so that I could watch it within a year, see if I accomplished anything I said in that video, or if there was anything I wanted to add on to it, or just see my reaction to how I was a year ago. So without further ado, let's get into this video and start explaining what happened. First things first, where have I been? Well, as most of you know, if you follow me on any other social media, I started a job for a home shopping network. I worked in their customer service department, and that job really did take a toll on me. I started it on, I think my official start date that was like on phone calls talking with people was the second week of November or third, one of those. And so at that time, I did not think that job was going to affect me as much as it did. And for those of you who don't know, I do have a lot of anxiety, and it flared up in ways I had never imagined with this job, to the point that I was not doing well mentally at all, to be very honest with you guys. And I'm not in this mindset anymore, but I was at that job for a year, and practically every single day I wasn't eating, or I was barely eating. That's only because my job started from 4 p.m. I started officially at 4:45 p.m. and I worked till 1:15 a.m. in the morning. I'm not a morning person. I usually wake up in the afternoon time, so this schedule was perfect for me. But when I started it, I would like wake up and usually have a meal. Every single time I would eat something, I would get incredibly sick, and I would nearly, and it's mainly because my anxiety was so bad. I had to call off so many days just because I literally was not doing good. And for anyone who knows me knows that if there's anything that's going on in my life or anything that's going on with me physically, I will push through it as much as I can. I don't like being stopped by things that I can't control, so I would push through it and work through it if I could. And so if I couldn't, and I said that I couldn't, you knew that it was at like a severe level, to the point that I would be shaking, I would be physically about to be sick. I could barely do anything. The only thing that helped was possibly sitting outside for a little bit to get some air, but even then it was not good. And so my family started seeing it, and they would even tell me to call off days. The job just really hit me mentally in a way that I did not think it would. And there was many contributing factors to this, but the main thing is that it was just very stressful, and there was a lot of expectations on the workers that weren't able to be fulfilled very easily, and we kept being told that we should have. And so the job itself was actually good. They treated me very well there, but the expectations of the workers, just it was so stressful on me. And then working with customers, if you work in customer service, you understand it is hard working with customers, and it just really took a physical toll on me. So I was not eating barely anything. The only thing I was having about every single day consistently was, because I was talking on the phone for 8 hours non-stop, my voice was practically dead. I always had a sore throat. My voice was always close to being gone. I was living off of cough drops and hot tea. That was pretty much all I was living off of, and it was a lot on my body. I no longer work at that job. I'm a lot better now, but during that time I had a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, and it was just very hard for me to come on here with a smiling face and post videos that I wasn't proud of at all. For those of you who also watch me on my live streaming channels, I stopped there as well because I was only able to stream on the days that I was off, and on the days that I was off, I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to see anyone. I didn't want to do anything because it was just so physically exhausting on my body, and my voice already hurt so bad. Anything beyond work, I just didn't want to do it, and I was not in a healthy mindset or healthy body. I was not healthy in any sense, pretty much, let's just say that. But I'm very, very, very much better now, and that is kind of why I took an MIA, because I couldn't even physically film a video to tell you guys I was taking a break. I couldn't do it. I was at that point, and that is on me. That is not on anyone else. That is my own problem. So I am very sorry for leaving you guys. So I hope that you all can forgive me. I am back. I will be posting regularly on this channel. I am actually getting a whole schedule set up for streaming uploads. I'll be streaming on Likey, on Twitch, possibly on here, you never know. And I just am so excited to be back. I'm sorry for the break. And now let's get on to the video, because I'm really actually interested to see what happened in this video last year, because I have not watched it in a year. Literally, in a year. So let's pull that up. I'm actually really nervous. Hands kind of shaking a little bit. I'm actually really nervous about this because I'm not gonna like me, because my mindset in this video, this is when I started to actually start hitting depression pretty hard. Not looking forward to this because I don't like seeing myself being sad, and neither do I want you guys to either. Let's just start. I need to stop procrastinating. I'm almost gonna hate hearing my voice. Hello my little weirdos, and welcome back to the AislingRose channel. Gosh, this is the end of a decade, guys. It is currently December 25th, Christmas Day. Family are now showing up at my house for dinner, and I decided last minute to make. One thing I have to note on, my lips are ripped up. I do that when I am anxious, and so I will just rip up my lips so bad. My family's always said I had sensitive lips. No, it was just literally me ripping them up because I had anxiety. Make this video. I decided that because I all of a sudden started getting a bunch of emotions, which not normal. A bunch of emotions, a bunch of thoughts. I'm like, I can already see in my eyes the sadness. That really frustrates me. What are things that you want to accomplish next year? I don't normally do those, or if I do, it's something generic, like I want to lose weight, or I want to be healthier. All that stuff that lost the weight. Not healthier though. Got something going for us. This year has had so many great memories. So many great moments. Not better than 2020. I hit 1 million followers on Likey this year, which is insane. I never thought I would even utter those words, 1 million followers. And now we have 2.3 million? Bruh. This year has also been the most isolating and the hardest year of my entire life. Boy, did I not know what was gonna happen in 2020! Isolation! It's been challenging, very physically, very mentally, very... Same this year. Emotionally, everything. It's been one of the most trying years. And then 2020 came and went, oosh! Next year, for half the year, I am going to be working at a job I'm not happy about. Little did I know, I actually had to work that job a lot longer than I wanted to. I was only supposed to be at that job till August, and I actually ended up being at that job till November 15th. I was supposed to move to Vancouver, Canada in August, so I was only going to work that job till August, but because of COVID, I had to move it back to the next term, which is March of next year. So because of that, I worked at the job a lot longer, obviously just to make more money. Boy, I only thought, half a year, it's going to be fine. No, we're going to work pretty much the whole year. It's going to be great. It's going to have to take place because I'm making sacrifices this year to actually do something that I want to do. And I've been wanting to learn makeup. I've been wanting to work on film sets, and I'm actually going to be working towards it in 2020. I hope to become so much better emotionally and obviously physically. Not the healthiest. I think everyone's goal is to be that. I have been, though, on a certain diet plan that's been working for the last month, I would say. That diet plan was called Not Eating, and I can't believe I just made a joke about that in this video. I don't remember saying that. Being on a diet plan that's been working, that's not a diet plan. I wasn't eating. I was having one meal a day, maybe. It was the smallest meal you could think of, just so people thought I was eating. So I've been happy with that, so sticking along with that. You're not happy with that. You're not happy with that. This girl is going through a lot mentally and she's not happy with that. The only light at the end of the tunnel was moving in August, and that was ripped away. So that is not... I hope next year I'll be able to open up about my mental health. Because right now I'm not ready. even if I talked in detail about this year, I know I'm not in the best mindset to talk about it, and it would come out very negative and very much not how it was in reality. I am very much more open about talking about my mental health, not in great detail at this moment, but just like I had mentioned before, I would have never been able to say that I have been struggling with like depression or anxiety or any of that stuff, because I don't like putting that out there. I want you guys to come to my channel for happiness and to smile, not to be like, aw, she's going through a lot. No. Like I said in this video, I don't like talking about myself, so I don't like going into great detail about what mental stuff I'm going through, but I'm okay telling you guys the basics, and anyone who goes through that stuff can kind of read that I'm going through it in this video. Because at this moment, mentally, I know I'm not at the best. How do I put this in words? You're not. I've kind of felt a little bit trapped in my thoughts and trapped in my emotions and feelings. And all I've done is work and work. If I ever start feeling those emotions or feelings, or if I ever start thinking about other things that isn't my work or my career, I immediately go straight into doing something that makes me forget about everything that's going on in my head. I definitely don't feel trapped anymore because I know what I've been doing is suppression. So I have suppressed my thoughts and my feelings and emotions and everything and just pushed it way, way down, and as I like to call it, I've hidden it behind a door. And I keep barricading that door because I don't like to let those emotions or feelings, thoughts, etc. out. And so because I have suppressed them for so long, they either bubble up or I feel trapped. Am I at a 100% healthy spot? Absolutely not. But I am still working towards it, and I am in a better mindset and better feelings at this moment because I have been working through those and I understand how they work a little bit more. Face my insecurities more. At this point, I'm very good at putting up a persona. I know my self-worth. So it's not the sense of me always hating myself and not knowing my worth. I know my worth. I just don't embrace it. And especially these last few months, I've learned that I'm so insecure. And it's about the most minuscule things that I can't even be myself around my closer relatives. I can't even be myself around when meeting family. I always feel like I'm putting on a front. And that's not what I ever want to do. But it's something that just happens naturally. I'm not happy about that. I still do that. I still feel like that sometimes, but this year especially, I have expressed myself a little bit more in who I am and have expressed that with family and friends more. It's very important. One thing that this Ashlyn did not know is that it's more important to talk about things with people that you feel very close with and that you trust a lot, because I have a lot of trust issues. And so find the people that you can trust wholeheartedly and start opening up to those people slowly but surely, and it is a lot healthier. And through that, because you're expressing who you are, you feel confident around those people because you are being yourself. That's where my insecurities are showing. I have a lot of insecurities about myself because I wasn't being myself. I was being who I wanted people to see. Do I still do that? Yes. Do I as much? No, I don't. And so it's nice to be able to say that and actually mean it. There's still things that I need to express to people that I don't. And so I'm working through that. That's something that this Ashlyn did not know, and I wish I could have told her. One big thing that I want to be happy with, this is a huge thing for me, which I feel like goes along with the insecurities, is I need to be okay with the space I take in a room. What I mean by that is that whenever I'm in a room with people, I feel like I'm not exactly fat. I don't feel like I'm fat. I just feel like I'm the biggest person in the room and that I'm taking up too much space and that I don't need to be taking up that space. I still feel like that. I think I'm always going to feel like that. When I'm in a room, I do feel like I'm taking up space that I don't need to take up. I don't know why I always feel that way, because I know that I'm meant to be there. Even in my own house, when I've had house parties, I will be like, oh, I'm taking up space, I don't need to be here, when it's my own house. So I don't think that's going to be something that's just going to go away. I do feel more confident in myself that look, this is the space that you deserve to take up, so just go for it type of thing. Also, in this I'm drinking tea. I still do drink tea, like that is still my life juice as I call it. But I now have coffee. You can tell 2020 has changed quite a lot because this would have never happened during this time. If you know, you know. Well, in myself, I want to be able to present who I am to people when I meet them and just lay it all out on the table and be okay to be rejected by that. It's hard when the rejection happens and when you've tried your best to get to know people. For example, I've lost so many friends within the last month. Little did I know I would lose so many more friends this year. Rejection from people is okay. I don't get as hurt anymore if I am rejected by people. I was more hurt in this video, but now it's just because I've always known my self-worth, but I think I never fully understood it. I understand it a little bit more. I don't think you'll ever fully understand your worth totally. The rejection for me doesn't hurt as much as it used to. I'm very happy about that because I've been rejected so much in my life in friendships that I am almost afraid of the commitment. That's very difficult for me right now to make new friends because I am very afraid of the commitment because I give my all in friendships and I am very loyal in friendships, so when that's not given back and when I'm just dropped from the friendship, it hurts. And that's a commitment that was just thrown out the window for me. So I hope I can get rid of the fear of commitment in friendships. I still have so many of those. I'm still working through that. I have commitment issues. I hope to be able to get to a point that I can trust people, but having commitment issues has saved me from a lot of heartbreak, friendship, relationship wise. I don't think the commitment or trust issues will go away. Hopefully it will. I'm okay committing to things, but it takes me forever to trust what I'm going to commit to. For example, if I'm going to be friends with a person, I need to get to a point that I can trust them, which takes so long, and then I can commit to the friendship. Most of my friends that I know now, I've known for, it's taken them at least 3 years for me to trust them, and then at that point I'm fully committed in that friendship, and they know it. Is that healthy? Probably not, but it's saved me from a lot of hurt because I have trusted people before in the past, even recently in the past, that I trusted very quickly and I got hurt very quickly. To sum it up, I want to be okay with my insecurities. I think that's a big thing. A lot of people are like, you need to forget about your insecurities or you need to grow from them. No, you need to embrace your insecurities. That's so important. I can say that, but it's hard for me to do that. Yeah. So I need to embrace my insecurities, be okay with the space I take up in the room, get to a point that I'm okay talking about my mental health. Almost there. I think that's it. And I hope that in a year from now I can be making this video and say, I did that. I did those 3 things. I am okay with that. And I became better at that. I hope I make it at least, gosh, if I could have 50,000 followers, that would be insane in a year. I mean, we didn't get there, but that's okay. It's growing slowly but surely, and I wasn't happy with the content that I was making for most of the year. 2020 has been a crap show, so I don't really blame myself, but I would like to hit that at some point. I think I'm gonna do a reaction to this in about a year. I'm interested to see how that is. I hope I'm more comfortable on camera. I hope I'm more talkative on camera. That's the end of the decade. I think this video has already told me enough that I'm a little bit more talkative on camera than I already thought. That's the end of the year. That's the end of this chapter of my life. Let's make this year a good chapter so that when I look back on this, I can be proud that I'm not this girl and that I am so much different. And let's also hope I don't get teary-eyed in the next video, okay? That'd be great. Anyway, I love you all so much. Thank you for joining my weird little family. Thank you for joining me in this decade. Right, so I was getting teary-eyed. Right as I was getting a little emotional, that's what I started to say. Hope I don't get teary-eyed. F you. Oh my god. Ah! That is crazy for me to look back on. That really is crazy for me to look back on. I am so proud I'm not that girl. Wow. That girl had no idea what was coming this year. That girl had no idea who she was gonna become this year, because that girl is not me now. And I didn't think 1 year of a crap show would change me so much, but it has. And I'm very happy that it has, because at this moment I can actually say I'm happy with who I am. And before I was just saying that just to say it, but I actually mean it now that I am happy with who I am as a person. I can look at myself in the mirror and actually say you're beautiful every once in a while, and not just look at myself in the mirror and say I wish that there was less space I was taking up, or I wish that I wasn't around as much, or all of those depressive thoughts. I'm so happy I'm not that person. Oh my gosh. Because weirdly enough, that feels like an out-of-body experience, that I don't know that person. And I was at such a bad mindset then. I hope that at some point I can actually talk in detail about what this year was, but because it's still fresh, I can't talk in detail about it. I've given you guys as much as I want to right now, but since I'm still working through some of the things, I don't feel like it's right for me to talk about. I'm working through them and getting better on my own. It's just, you can tell that's a different person. At least I can. Can you tell I'm more in touch with my emotions? Oh my gosh. Wow. Look at that, a tear. But I want to end off this video on my goals for next year, and maybe I'll watch the ending of this video next year, because that was kind of fun. Even though it was sad, it was fun to look back on. What are we gonna do for next year? I hope that next year I am actually physically healthy. I may look it right now, but I'm not. So physically healthy is one. I'm gonna give myself three things. Physically healthy, where like I'm eating better and I'm working out every once in a while. I don't have to do it consistently, but every once in a while, so that I feel good, I'm toned, I'm happy. I actually have a real upload schedule, and I'm uploading regularly on my channels, and that I'm keeping with that schedule. And I'm gonna add into that hopefully maybe across both platforms, maybe one, I don't know, but get to 50,000 followers. So I'm gonna aim for that next year. And then 3, that I actually got to Canada and finished up my degree. That's gonna be my 3rd one, because I've pushed back that so much, mainly due to forces that are outside of my control. So I'm going to Canada. I'm going to finish up my education there. So altogether, physically healthy, actually upload schedule with 50,000 followers, either on one channel or across both channels. And then 3rd is getting to actually go to Canada and working on movie sets or in studios with people that are doing the same thing as me. Honestly though, the content that I do have coming out after this video, I am very excited about. And you guys don't know, I also have a special announcement right now. I actually started a 2nd channel called Rose Reacts. I'm gonna leave it down in the bio below. Please go check it out. It's gonna be a reaction channel to movies, TV shows, music videos, pretty much a bunch of just reaction type videos. It's not gonna be PG like this channel, so I'm warning you right now, this channel is very much PG. Over there it is not gonna be as much, so follow with caution, but I hope that you all enjoy it, because that is actually a project that I've been wanting to do, but I feel like it's not meant for this channel. So I have started a 2nd channel called Rose Reacts. Please go subscribe to it down below, because I am so excited for that. And I'm gonna be posting there and here. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm actually really excited for it. So sadly it's taken me a year to do this, but I have really good feelings about it. And I hope that all of you guys have your own type of New Year's resolutions. If you do, please leave them down in the comments below. I would love to hear it. Again, I am so sorry for going MIA on you guys. I'm not planning on doing that again. I wasn't planning on doing it the first time, but here we are. And I hope that you all have an amazing day. Let's end off 2020 in a good way, and then start off the new year right in 2021. I love you all, and thank you so much for joining my weird little family, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!